So in this session, let us continue probability and 11th standard mathematics. This is session number 2. In the last session, that is on session number 1, class number 1, we discussed the exercise 16.3 and first 4 question. Let us begin with this session and question number 5 of the same exercise 16.3. Or the question: a fair coin with 1 mark on one face and 6 on the other face, and a fair die are both tossed. Dear student, we are given one coin loaded with 2 numbers. One side of the coin loaded with number 1, and the other side of the coin loaded with the number 6. If we take this one face of the coin is loaded with number 1, the rear face of the coin loaded with number 6. It's both a single coin. Is facing and rear side, and a die is given. A die with loaded and 6 numbers from 1 to 6. 1, 2, 3 up to 6. So in this experiment, a coin and a die loaded with the number 1 to 6. A coin is loaded with the number 1 and 6 alone are tossed simultaneously. This is given. A fair coin 1 and marked on one face and a 6 on the other face, and a fair die are both tossed. So what is the experiment actually? And we have to mention clearly about a random experiment. What is random experiment? Random experiment here, a coin loaded with number 1, 6, a coin loaded with the numbers 1 and 6, a die or tossed together or simultaneously. So based on this random experiment, we should able to write what is the sample space. What is sample space? The collection of all possible occurrence from the random experiment, denoted by usually S. So we can write sample space yes, and if the coin shows 1, the die shows 1 to 6, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, and the coin shows the number 6, and die will show all the 6 number 1 to 6. So 6, 1 and 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5. Okay, so this is sample space, and looking at the cardinality of this set are number of sample points are denoted by n of s. So n of s, number of sample points 12. Okay, now there are two subdivisions given in the question. The one is the sum appeared should be 3. Let us take E1 in the event sum appeared or some turn up is not less than 3 or greater than 3, exactly 3. Then possibilities, possible sample points should be taken. So 1 comma 2 alone, none other possibilities, because the total should be 3 and n of e1 equal to 1. So this implies what is the probability of the corresponding event. The sum is 3. P of e1 is the ratio of n of e1 and to n of s sample points, that is 1 over 12. Dear student, we have completed first subdivision, that is A, or let it be 1, first subdivision. Then second subdivision, let us introduce another event E2 to mean the sum of the numbers is 12. Sum of the numbers appeared is 12. Again, only one possibility, it is 6 comma 6. Then the corresponding probability P of E2, n of E2 by n of s, it is 1 over 12. Okay, go through. So the probability that the sum of the numbers turn up and the tosses of simultaneous tosses of a coin loaded with number 1 and 6 and a fair die loaded with the number 1 to 6 is 1 by 12, and the sum appeared 12 is also 1 by 12. So let us go to next question, question number 6. My dear student, just look at the question. There are 4 men and 6 women. So overall, and 4 plus 6 and 10% out of 10 persons, and 4 are men and the rest are women on a city council. Okay. If one council member is selected, find a committee selected for a committee at random. How likely is it that it is a woman? It's very normal question, and we need not struggle in getting a solution. First, we have to write what is sample space. The sample space contains and 4 men and 6 women. Four men and 6 women. So this implies the number of sample points n of s is 4 plus 6, 10 points. Each point refer no either a man or a woman. From the 10 members council, 1 member should be selected for a committee at a random. So 1 person or 1 member is selected, 1 council member is selected at random. It is pure probability at random. Then the probability that the selected member is a woman, and probability that the selected member to be a woman. Selected member to be a woman, that is P of W, W to mean woman, total number of women in the council by total number of sample points. The number of women in the council is 6 women out of 10. Therefore, the required probability, how likely is it that it is a woman, is nothing but the lowest form of the ratio 3 over 5. Just look at this answer, very simple question. Dear student, we will move to next question, question number 7 now. Hello students, just have a look on question number 7 from the exercise 16.3. A fair coin is tossed. Fair coin means the outcomes are equally likely. Unbiased dice, the outcomes are equally likely. Otherwise, the probability of sample points will not be equal. They won't be equally likely. So a fair coin is tossed 4 times and a person will win ₹1 for each head and lose ₹1 rupee 50 paise or 1.5 rupees for each tail that turn up. From the sample space, calculate how many different amounts of money you can have after 4 tosses and the probability of having each of these amount. This is really interesting question. Okay, at the same time a different kind of question. A fair coin is tossed 4 times. What is the experiment? We have to write random experiment. A fair coin is tossed how many times? 4 times. 4 times. Then we can record this sample space and all the 4 and tail, one of the option. Then 1 tail and 3 heads. You have to fill all the possibilities. Finally, all the 4 can be hit. If you find out all these sample points, the total number of sample points n of s will be from each tosses 2 outcomes mean from 4 tosses 2 power 4 outcomes, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So 2 power and 4, that is 16 outcomes. 16 outcomes. And if you look at the question, from the sample space, calculate how many different amounts of money viable or possible. The different amount of money and gain by the person. The different amount of money and gain by the person, and we have to look at all the possibilities. Let us begin with the first possibility. All the 4 tails mean 4 tails. 4 tails mean for each and tail turn up, he loses now 1.5 rupees. So overall, and 4 times 1.5 rupees, that is 6 rupees loss and minus 6 rupees gain. What is the amount? Minus and 6 rupees. Or we can use the rupees symbol. What is the amount? Minus 6 rupees. Then the corresponding probability and probability to get minus rupees minus 6 and 4 tail mean only 1 out of 16. What is the probability of getting and minus 6 rupees gain or 6 rupees loss? Both are same. Minus 6 rupees mean gain. If you remove negative sign, 6 rupees loss. Yes, is losing rupees 1.5 for each tail turn up. So what is the probability of this? 1 by 12. The second one, and like 4 tails, 4 hits. 4 hits mean what is the amount is expected and 4 rupees positive gain. Then the corresponding probability to get the amount rupees 4 is again 1 by 12. 1 by 12. Again 1 by 12 because there is only one possibility to get all the 4 and turn up can be hit. Now we'll go to next possibility 3 and one tail it is understood one tail mean one loss 3 success. So 3 successes 3 rupees, one loss 1.5 rupees. So we have to subtract what is the total gain rupees 3 minus 1.5 and 1.5. So rupees 1.5. Rupees 1.5. What is the corresponding probability? What is the probable and events in favor of one tail and T 3 heads and the second one tail the remaining heads or third one tail head tail head or fourth one tail head tail. How many possibilities? 4 possibilities. So what is the corresponding probability to get one tail or the amount to get rupees 1.5 probability of getting the amount rupees 1.50 1 2 3 4 points 4 out of 16 will be equal to 1 by 4 one tail and fourth one similarly one tail one head or 3 tails. Now 2 tails and 2 tails mean for 2 tails 3 rupees loss, for 2 head 2 rupees gain. What is the total? Minus 1. So from the 4 and tosses in the person gets 2 tails mean what is the expecting amount and minus 1 rupees gain or 1 rupee is loss. Then what is the probability to get the amount 1 rupees mean 2 tails and 2 heads mean there are 6 possibilities and tail head one is and T head tail head then interchange HT and TH HT is retained, then TH interchange HT, 1, 2, 3, 4, then and T, H, H and TT. This is fifth possibility. There should be one more possibility. The one more possibility and HT, yeah, THHT, THHT. Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 possibilities. When what is the probability? Probability of getting the amount and minus 1 rupee is 6 out of 16, that is 3 by 4. 3 by 4. So, and 4 tiles, no tile or 4 hits, 1 tile and 2 tile, and we can discuss one more thing, and 1, 2 tiles, 3 tiles. 3 tiles mean 1 head. 3 tiles mean 1 head, and 3 tiles. What is the subdivision? 4, this is fifth one, and 3 tiles. It is understood 3 tiles mean 1 head. 3 tiles and 1 head. Okay. For 3 tiles, minus 4.5 rupees gain. For 1 head 1. So what is the total? Minus 3.5. So the amount obtained, possible money, amount obtained is minus 3.50. It should be a rupees symbol. Minus 3.50 gain, and 3 tiles mean what are the possible outcomes? 3 tiles, tail, 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 head, or tail, tail, head, tail, or tail, head, tail, tail, or first one, the remaining 3, or tails mean how many possibilities? 4 possibilities. Then probability of and getting a amount minus 3 rupees, that is 3 rupees loss, will be equal to 4 out of 16. 4 out of 16 is 1 by 4. So dear student, and we have completed this question. This is very interesting question. Just look at this. A fair coin is tossed 4 times and a person win rupees 1 for each head and lose rupees 1.50 for each tail that turns up. Find the sample space, calculate how many different amounts of money you can have after 4 tosses and the probability of having each of these amounts. So this is the sample point, total number of sample points is 16, and possible money 6 rupees from 4 tiles, then probability, and 4 heads mean all the 4s are successes, 1 1 1 1 gains. Overall 4 rupees gain mean probability of getting 4 rupees gain 1 out of 12, then 1 time 1 tail and 3 heads mean amount obtained or expecting amount rupees 1.5. These are the favorable events. 4 by 16, and 2 tails mean understood 2 tails and 2 heads, 6 possibilities, probability 6 by 16 and 3 by 4. Amount realized from 2 tails and 2 heads mean and minus 1 rupees and gain or 1 rupee loss. Okay, so this is a fourth one. So dear student, we will move to the next question now. So dear student, look at the question number 6. Here 3 coins are tossed once. 3 coins, all the 3 are and fair coins, all the outcomes are equally likely. Okay, so the three coins are tossed once. Find the probability of getting subdivision 1 3 hits, and 2 2 hits, and 3 at least 2 hits, and then at most 2 hits, and no hit, 3 tails, exactly 2 tails, no tail, at most 2 tails. The number of subdivision more, but the nature of the question is simple. First of all, we have to write what is the random experiment. Random experiment. Three fair coins are tossed simultaneously. Three fair coins are tossed together or simultaneously. Both are same. Then the possible sample space or the expecting sample space denoted by S. All the three heads mean, then number of heads reduced by 1, that is 2 heads and 1 tail. The first tail from first, the remaining 2 heads are head, tail, head, 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 tail. The number of heads 1, the first one head, the other 2 tails, the first one tail, the second one head, third one tail, and first 2 occurrence tails and third one head. And one more possibility, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, there should be 8 sample points, 2 power 3, all the 3 are heads. Okay, this is n of s mean. And what is number of equally likely sample points? That is n of s equal to 8. How to obtain 8? 2 into 2 into 2. So 2 power 3 is 8. Now we will discuss one by one. Question number 1. For question number 1, we can take no event E1 and 3 hits. 3 hits mean only one possibilities, that is P of E1 1 out of 8, correct? What is the probability of getting 3 hits? 1 out of 8. Then we'll go to second subdivision. The second subdivision E2 event is to mean and obtaining 2 hits. 2 hits mean 3 possibilities. Then P of E3, N of E3 by N of S, 2 hits mean 1, 2, 3, 3 out of 8. Understood? Then subdivision 3, E3, at least 2 hits. At least 2 hits mean 1 head, 2 head and 3 heads. So 2 heads 3, this 2 heads, and we have to include 3 heads also. These are the favorable sample points mean what is P of E3 and 4 over 8, that is 1 by 2. Clear? Then fourth subdivision, at most 2 hits, E4, at most 2 hits. At most mean maximum 2. So least we can start with the 0, 0 head, 1 head and 2 heads. 0 heads mean all the 3 are tails, and 1 head mean head, tail, tail, and tail, head, tail, and tail, tail, head. Then two tails and two heads, head, head, tail. Okay. Then head, tail, head. This is head. Then head, head, tail. So 3 plus 3 plus 1. So at most and two heads, maximum two heads mean we have to leave only three heads possibility. So 7, what is the corresponding probability? P of E4, 7 over 8. 7 over 8. Now let us continue here. And question number 5. And no head. That means all the three are tails. No heads are three tails. And same meaning, it should be E5. Fifth subdivision, it's a probability P of E5. No head mean only one possibility. All the three are heads mean 1 by 8. Then subdivision 6 and 3 tails, E6 and 3 tails. 3 tails only one possibility, so this implies P of E6 1 by 8. Okay, then question number 7, exactly 2 tails. E7 is exactly 2 tails. Exactly 2 tails mean 2 tails and 1 head 3. 2 tails and 1 head 3 mean the corresponding probability P of E7 equal to and 3 by 8. 3 by 8. Okay. 3 by 8. This 7 by 8. 3 by 8. And eighth one. E8. No tail. No tail, all the three are heads mean 1 out of 8. So P of E8 is 1 by 8. Then ninth one, at most 2 tails. Remember student, at most 2 tails or at most 2 heads, both are same. So the probability of this and P of E9, at most 2 heads means 7 by 8, at most 2 tails also and 7 by 8. And go through all this very basic type of question, but for your level no, little difficult. But if you go through again and again this kind of problem, if you practice varieties of problem taking your own situation, if you are able to coin your own question, and you will be master in probability. So dear student, let us move to question number 9 now. If you look at the question number 9, if 2 by 11 is a probability of an event, what is the probability of the event not A? So dear student, you have to remember one general concept. Probability of an event E plus probability of not E, not to occur or complement, is always and 1. Then probability of not E is required 1. P of E is given 2 by 11. So 2 by 11 is P of E plus P of not to occur the event E is equal to 1. Then this implies what is probability of not A? That is event is A, not A is equal to 1 minus 2 by 11, that is 9 by 11. And make note of it here. Let the event E is nothing but A. Yes, in the question it was given about event name A, not E. Instead of E we can take A. So P of A plus P of not A, or you can write here P of A plus P of not A is always 1, and P of not A is 1 minus P of A. 1 minus P of A is given 2 over 11, then this is 11 minus 2, 9 over 11. So this is the answer. We'll move to next question now. So dear student, if you look at the question number 10, a letter is chosen at random from the word assassination. Find the probability that the letter is a vowel, one letter is selected, or a consonant. So what are the vowels we have to separate? A, one more A, then one more A. There are 3, and any other vowels? A, E, I, O, U are vowels. A occurs 3 times. I also vowel. So I, 2I, and O vowels. A, E, I, O, U. So E is not given. So these are the vowels. The rest of the letters from the word assassination and consonant. Consonant, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 yes. 4 yes. Then 2N, 2N, and T is 1T. So number of letters in assassination: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13, 3, 5, 6, overall 6 vowels, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 plus 7, the total should be 13. Okay. Now we are positioned to give answer of the two subdivision. The first question, and probability to get a vowel. Probability to get a vowel letter. Vowel letter from the word assassination. So how many favorable to get vowels? 6 out of 13. Clear? And subdivision 2, and probability to get a consonant. Letter from the word assassination. 7 favorable points, 7 out of 13. So this is the answer. So dear student, we will move to question number 11 of this exercise. So dear student, if you look at the question, in a lottery, a person chooses 6 different natural numbers at random from 1 to 20. And if these 6 numbers match with the 6 numbers already and fixed by the lottery committee, he wins the prize. What is the probability of winning the prize in the game? Listen. The given numbers and from 1 to 2, 1 to from 1 to 20, there are 20 numbers, but the number of 6 number combination, and one of the 6 number, that is permutation, one of the 6 numbers permutation will get no prize. One of the 6 number permutation will be given the prize. Then probability to get the prize, one out of the available combination from 20 numbers and 6 number select and rearrange. So 20p6 is the total number of sample points. So 1 by 20p6 is the required probability. So dear student, so let us wind up and today's session with the question number 11. In the question number from question number 12, and we will discuss in the next session class number 3 of and probability and standard 11 mathematics. So dear student, so this is presented by S.MURUGAIYAN from EDUCARETAKER at Chennai. Thank you students.